Welcome. Trade the volume waves. Lesson 15. It's been a while. Your host, Panagiotis Diamantopoulos, or Takis. But before we start with lesson 15, which is a very important lesson, let's read our risk warning. Trade the volume waves offers general trading advice that does not take into consideration factors such as your trading experience, personal objectives and goals, financial means, or risk tolerance. Keep in mind that past performance is no indication of future results. Anchor VWAP and Weis Wave with Speed Index join forces. The power of combining these two indicators is amazing. So let's start with lesson 15, which is going to be combining AVWAP with Weis Wave with Speed Index. Let's start with the definitions. Try to understand what AVWAP is. And as far as the Weis Wave with Speed Index, there are plenty of videos. I will only mention the Bluetooth signals. So what is the volume weighted average price, VWAP? The volume weighted average price is a trading benchmark used by traders that give the average price an instrument has traded throughout the day based on both volume and price. This is very important because it provides traders an insight into both the trend and the value of the instrument. So what's the difference between VWAP and AVWAP? Well, while VWAP is having as a starting point the beginning of the day or the week or the month, in the VWAP, in the AVWAPs, you can place it anywhere you like on your chart. So you can anchor it anywhere. So the AVWAP usage is to identify trends. Well, usually price, it's always above AVWAP when we're uptrending, and price is always below AVWAP when we're downtrending. It's also used as a support or a resistance tool. Now, what about Bluetooth, which is the signals on the wave speed index indicator? What or who is Bluetooth? Well, Bluetooth are the signals named in the Weis Wave with Speed Index, and it's coming the name from the Greek god of wealth. Okay, this name was given by an English trader. So in the Weis Wave with Speed Index, we got 5 long signals, which you see on the green on your left, and 5 short signals. So basically, you can see the names here. I won't go through them. I will later on in the future provide a video series with each one separately. So these patterns take into consideration the wave volume, the peak distance, as well as support and resistance of the wave formation and produce long and short signals considering the above volume, PEEP, support, and resistance. Now, where to anchor the AVWAP lines? This has always been the question, and many lessons on this by many other traders using the AVWAP lines. So there's also a nice video where to place them, okay? Some of the places are the following. We place them on the high volume candles, or we place them on major swings, highs and lows, or on major news, or like interest rates or NFPs. Or we can place them on a fixed date, the first of year, the first of month or week. Okay, this is regularly how they use the Anchor VWAP. How about doing something different? How about anchoring on the volume waves and use Bluetooth signals as entries? So this is lesson 15. We are going to focus on anchoring on the volume waves and use the Bluetooth signals as entries. So for you today, I got three strategies. Strategy number one, anchor at a very high volume wave at top or at bottom. So basically, for going short, we anchor at the beginning of a very large volume wave at the top. Okay? And the second, to go long, is we anchor at the beginning of a very large volume down wave at the bottom. Okay? Because many times sellers come in on an up wave and buyers come in on the down wave. We will see this later on with examples. Strategy number two, we anchor at the previous wave of the first high volume wave. So what do I mean by that? For a short signal, we wait for the first large down wave at the top, and then we anchor at the beginning of the previous up wave. And for a long entry, we wait for the first large up wave at the bottom, and we anchor at the beginning of a previous down wave. This might sound confusing, but in a few minutes it's going to be all clear because we're going to do it on real charts. Strategy number three, we can anchor on a fast wave. And what is a fast wave? Speed index is telling us what is a fast wave. It's a wave with a low number, speed index number compared to the rest. So, strategy to go short is we will anchor at the beginning of a very fast up wave. And strategy to go long, we will anchor at the beginning of a very fast down wave. So let's look at each strategy one by one. So, anchor at the beginning of a very large volume up wave. So this is the case here. Let me put my pointer. Okay, I'll put a pen. So this is here, it's our large up wave at the top, all right? So the first strategy is we anchor VWAP, this vertical dashed line, at the beginning of this up wave, okay? Then, of course, we are in an uptrend, therefore prices are above AVWAP. So we identify the largest up volume wave and we anchor the VWAP here. So what do we do next? We wait for the price to drop below the VWAP. Then we wait for a pullback to the VWAP, which is right here. Okay, we have touched with a pullback the AVWAP, and then our entry is a Bluetooth short signal, whatever that is, on the down move. And in this case, it is baby here. So this is our entry. Okay? So simple as that. Now we're moving below AVWAP and we got a Bluetooth signal short, so we enter short. Let's go to the next example. Okay, that's a zoom so you can see better. All right, that's our signal short. We're not considering these longs, okay, since we are below this VWAP. We're only considering the short signals. So let's move on. Okay, so that's exactly the opposite case. When we find a very large down wave at the bottom, all right, so that's our large down wave right here, okay, and we come and we anchor the VWAP at the beginning of this down wave, this dashed line. It's a VWAP, and you can see the blue line. So what do we do next? We wait for our price to cross above VWAP. It does. Then it starts swinging, and then we wait for a long signal from Weis Wave with speed index, which is this one, Bluetooth reversal long, and we enter long here. Now look how price respects the VWAP line after this, and then we started going up. So that's our long signal, okay, and it moved quite a few pips. So let's go to our next strategy. I forget to zoom all the time. All right. So strategy number 2. Now we're not waiting for a high up volume at top, but we are waiting for our first high down wave. All right. Let me zoom in. Okay. So this is our first high down wave. So what do we do next? We place our VWAP on the previous wave. That means on this upwave. On the beginning of this upwave, we place our AVWAP. Now price comes down, okay, and then pulls back to the VWAP and it respects the AVWAP line. So this is where we enter short. We miss this one, then we can enter on this one. So this move is about 120 pips. Okay, now this is the story. Again, let me repeat it. It's simple. We identify visually the highest down wave at the top, and we place a VWAP just below, and we're just waiting to break VWAP below to pull back on the VWAP line, and then wait for the signal, the short signal from Bluetooth, and these are the signals here. So let's go to the next, which is exactly the opposite, the long, all right? So let me zoom in. So what do we do here? Simply, we identify again the largest up volume wave, looking left, okay? This is the largest one, okay? And we place our AVWAP at the beginning of the previous down wave. So as you can see, price is moving up, is pulling back to the VWAP line. It respects the VWAP line, okay? There's a bit of overshoot. Sometimes this happens. And then we enter long as we are above VWAP and we get a Bluetooth signal, which is this one. Okay, this move was about 194 pips. All right. Now, another very nice and easy strategy. Okay, and this is anchoring at the beginning of a very fast down wave where we're going to go long. So what do? I need to identify a very fast down wave. How do I identify that? Well, speed index is telling me this. This 3.3 with the F, it means fast, okay? So what do? Then I anchor my AVWAP line right at the beginning of this fast down wave, right here. This is where I anchor. Okay, and then I wait for the price to break above VWAP, which did it here, and then pull back and wait for the entry from Bluetooth. And this is where we went long, okay, right here. As long as we get the signal, we go long, and as you can see, look how it's AVWAP, it's respected, and price keeps going up. Okay, so this was quite a big move also. And let's go to the next example, which is the same. It's a long example again. All right. And I'm trying to identify a fast wave. And in this case, okay, the fast wave, which is not visible here, but speed index is telling us that this move from here to here, it's at 3.8 speed index. It's a fast wave, and it happens right on a fib location, which is also very important. It's a fast wave. So what do? Simply, we place our VWAP at the beginning of the wave, and we wait for the price to break upwards, which it does, to pull back, what it does, and then we're waiting for a Bluetooth long signal. That's our signal right here, and this is where we enter long, and that move up to here was 110 pips. Simple as that. Let's go to the next example. The opposite now. Something that you will not be able to see because waves are small. So this is a short situation with a fast wave. How do we know that this is a fast wave? Well, speed index is 4.0 and it has the letter F, which is fast. Okay. So what do? Simple again. We just place the AVWAP at the beginning of this wave and we wait for the price to break downwards. It broke downwards the VWAP line right here. Then we pull back, we wait for the pullback, and then we get the signal, and that signal short, okay? And the price so far it's at plus 122 pips. All right? This is stuff that you will not be able to catch with a regular Weis Wave indicator. Let's go to the next. Sorry about the dogs. Another example of a short situation of a fast up wave. So, the story. We were at a resistance level, then we had this up move, which speed index is telling us that this is a very fast move, 2.3 F, okay? So what do? Again, we place our VWAP at the beginning of the fast wave, and we wait for the price to break downwards, which it did immediately right here. It broke the VWAP line, and we're waiting for a pullback and a signal. So we got the pullback here, but no signal, so no entry here, all right? Then we got another pullback here, but no signal, so no entry. So our signal comes here. So this is where I enter short, okay? Now, if I had my stop just above VWAP, it would have been hit here, but usually I put it a bit higher. So this short, okay, signal, if I was to not get hit, it will go down to 97 pips. Actually, it went down close to 150 pips. All right. Okay, let's do a live example to see how to anchor. Okay, we're gonna do a fast wave example. I'm in a chart here, Australian dollar USD, and I'm trying to find a fast wave. There we go, that's a fast wave here. All right, so I will place my anchor on the fast wave, the beginning of the fast wave right here. Okay, so let me mark it. Blah, 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 blah. Right here, that's our fast wave. That's our AVWAP line, this blue line. So what do we expect? We expect the price first to cross above VWAP, which it does right here, and then have a pullback. And this is the pullback, okay? This is the pullback on the VWAP, and this is the long entry. Okay, though that's the long entry right here. Okay, as you can see, speed index was 4.6 F, which means fast. All right, so we enter long right at this location on this signal. All right, and then look what happened. Look how far up we went. First of all, another VWAP respect, and from here to here, it's 149 pips. So simple as that. Okay, just find the fast wave. That was a quite fast wave. Place your VWAP and wait for the pullback and the signal long. All right. Effective for you guys. Thank you for watching, and you know where to find me. TradeTheVolumeWaves.com. Thanks again. Bye bye.